Hey guys, Max here from maxvine.com. So in this video, I want to share with you guys a simple technique called the ABC of learning optimism that's going to help you to train your brain to become more optimistic. Now, why should you even care about being optimistic? Well, there's tons of research in psychology that has consistently linked optimism with important life outcomes such as happiness, success, and decreased stress. I mean, just think about it. When you're optimistic about your future, when you're optimistic about your goals, not only are you gonna feel excited, right? I mean, you have these incredible positive emotions, right? Of excitement and engagement. You feel like, you're making progress in your life. But also, if you believe that you're gonna achieve your goals, you're gonna take action, right? If you have the confidence, the certainty that I'm gonna achieve my goals, you're going to move towards it. While at the same time, if you're a pessimist, if you believe, no matter what I do, things just aren't going to go my way, I'm not going to achieve my goals no matter how hard I try. If that's what you believe, you're never going to take action towards it, right? And then at the same time, there's been a lot of research on coping styles, how people deal with, uncertainty and, problems and pain in their lives, And so what has been shown by research is that pessimists tend to engage in something called avoidant coping, which means, if they have pain, if they have problems in their lives, they try to distract themselves, to avoid them. They turn on the TV, eat a box of donuts, and try to forget about their problem. But the problem is, their problem is going to keep piling up. It's going to keep stacking up until it's so big that you can't hide from the truth anymore. And so avoidant coping isn't very helpful in the long run. What's more efficient is the coping style used by optimists called active coping, which means that you directly go to the problem, to the source of the problem, and try to solve it. If you have pain in your life, if you have problems, if you have unresolved negative emotions, you directly go to the source of the problem and deal with it. And so optimism has a lot of powerful effects on your psychology, on your mindset, on your life in general. And so it's incredibly powerful to develop. What's even more important is that research has shown that at least to a certain extent, optimism is a trainable trait, which means that we can get better at it over time by shifting our thinking and our mindset with the right strategies. And so in this video, I want to share with you guys this simple technique here called the ABC of learning optimism. It was developed by Martin Seligman, the founder of positive psychology. And so I'm just going to give you guys a quick rundown of the concept and how you can apply it to your life today with some real world examples. So let's start right away with the first letter A for adversity, which refers to the basic facts or, events happening in your life. So, I'm 50 pounds overweight, or, I got yelled at by my boss, or, I failed this test or bombed that, presentation or whatever it is, right? The basic events or facts. B then stands for beliefs, the beliefs that you have about that event. And oftentimes they're those underlying negative, limiting, or often even unconscious beliefs about what things mean. I failed this test because I'm just stupid or not talented, or I'm overweight because that's just how it is, that's my genetics, my genetic makeup. I was born that way. And so the beliefs we have about the events happening in our lives, the influences the consequences, our actions, right? Our behaviors afterwards, right? So if you believe that, you're just fat because, that's how it is, and, that's your genetic makeup, then you're not going to take much action to change it, right? You're not going to try to work out or eat right. If you believe that you failed this test because you're stupid, you're not going to study hard for next time. You're not going to try again because, what's the point, right? And so that's exactly where learning optimism comes in, because learning optimism is really about creating different set of beliefs, a different set of meaning that we associate with the adversity, right? So it comes down to this fourth point here, disputation. So what it means is we dispute, we come up with alternative explanations and beliefs for why this adversity happened, So what you're gonna say is, if you're overweight, I'm overweight, not because, of my genetics, not because I'm big boned, but because I haven't practiced, right? Because I haven't been doing anything. It's not because, obesity runs in my family, but because no one runs in my family, because I haven't done any work, right? That's why I'm fat. Or, if you fail this test, it's not because you're stupid. It's because you haven't practiced enough, because you haven't studied for it, because you didn't take control of your emotions right before the exam, and so the fears and anxiety got the best of you. Or maybe you're partying until 2 a.m. and that's why you were too tired to, write a good exam. And so coming up with alternative explanations for why this actually happened, rather than just blaming yourself for lack of skill or ability. And so really what it comes down to is taking personal responsibility for your life, for the events happening in your life, and creating a narrative that is empowering rather than limiting and disempowering, right? And so once you create this empowering narrative of, this happens because I just didn't put in the work, or because, I just wasn't willing to do whatever it takes, then all of a sudden, this leads to the last point, which is energization. Because once you realize that you can do it, it's just a matter of effort and work, that leads to excitement, to motivation, to inspiration, to increased confidence and excitement. And so what this really comes down to is some of the work by Carol Dweck, research on mindset, right? And what she came up with is this concept of fixed versus growth mindset. When people have a fixed mindset, they essentially believe that their skills, their talents, their intelligence are set in stone, determined by birth, and where they are today is exactly where they're going to end up in their lives. While at the same time, on the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their skills and capabilities are unlimited, and the only thing that's stopping them from achieving these big goals and dreams that they have is doing the work that's required to become great. They believe in neuroplasticity. They believe in their ability to learn, to adapt, to grow better and stronger than they've ever been. And so, depending on the mindset that you have, you're going to approach every situation in your life, every problem in your life in a different way. And so it really is about developing a growth mindset around any skill or goal that you have set for yourself, whether it's studying math, running marathons, giving presentations, becoming great at chemistry or biology, or whatever it is. You can become great at anything you want if you're willing to put in the work. And so, guys, this concept here, this idea of just learning optimism and changing and really disputing the negative beliefs that you have is very powerful. And it's really a great tool for, first of all, uncovering those oftentimes unconscious negative beliefs that you have about, why you're stuck and why you're not doing, the things that you could be doing. And so it's a great way to uncover what is holding you back and then dispute the negative beliefs to make them change, right, into something more empowering, into a more empowering narrative. And so guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the subscribe button below to get more videos like this on mental mastery, what it takes to live an epic life. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.